A clogged artery doesn't cause any obvious symptoms for years. No pain, no tightness in the chest, no dizziness. But inside your body, every single day, bad cholesterol, chronic inflammation, and high blood pressure are silently damaging the arterial walls, forming dangerous plaque buildup. According to the Cleveland Clinic, over 80% of heart attacks occur in people who had no idea they were carrying plaque inside their arteries. Once that plaque reaches 70%, 80%, even 90%, it only takes a bad night's sleep, a small moment of stress, or even a strong sneeze to rupture the artery wall, trigger a blood clot, and cause a massive heart attack within minutes. Many believe they're healthy because there's no chest pain, no shortness of breath, no warning sign. But the truth is, your heart stays silent until it's too late. This is why thousands of people collapse in the bathroom, the kitchen, or while getting ready for work, right in the middle of an ordinary day. Not because they didn't care about their health, but because their arteries were already critically blocked and no one told them. No tests, no screening, no early warning. And here's the most terrifying part. You can't feel plaque. You can't see it. You don't know it's there until it's almost too late. That's why heart attack prevention must start early, before the symptoms, before the emergency, before the regret. Because by the time you feel something, the damage may already be done. It was just another ordinary morning in Kansas City. At 7:15 a.m., George Miller, a 67-year-old retired school teacher, walked into the bathroom to wash his hands before breakfast. He had just made coffee, greeted the mailman with a smile, and chatted briefly with his wife about their weekend plans. 10 minutes later, he was gone. George collapsed silently on the floor. No cry for help, no dramatic symptoms, no warning. His wife, Linda, thought he was taking a shower. It wasn't until 10:20 a.m. when she went to check on him that she screamed for help. By then, it was too late. The doctor's words were chilling. Massive heart attack due to years of coronary artery blockage. But George had no history of heart disease. His last checkup was normal. His cholesterol, in range. He walked daily, ate moderately well. So how did this happen? This story isn't rare. It's painfully common. Because 80% of people who suffer a heart attack say one haunting sentence: "I thought I was healthy." The truth is, your heart could be under siege and you wouldn't know it. No chest pain, no fatigue, no shortness of breath. Just plaques silently building in your arteries every day until your heart can't take it anymore. It happens in seconds. And it happens to people like George, good people, careful people, who never imagined this could happen to them. John walked into the clinic, nervously holding his cholesterol report. "Doctor, my numbers are a bit high. Should I start taking statins?" The doctor replied without looking up. "Yes, it's the standard protocol." John nodded, filled the prescription, took the pills every day for 7 years. He followed the rules. He trusted the system. But then, one morning, he collapsed in his kitchen. Heart attack. And yet, his cholesterol numbers were perfect. This story repeats across thousands of homes. Because for decades, we've been taught high cholesterol causes heart attacks. Statins will save you. But the truth? Most heart attacks don't come from extremely high cholesterol. According to recent research from Harvard Health and Cleveland Clinic, the majority of heart attacks happen when plaque inside the arteries becomes inflamed, not just when cholesterol levels are high. It's not just the number, it's the vulnerability of the plaque. Think of it this way. You can have a pipe that looks fine on the outside, but if there's a crack under pressure, it bursts. And what causes that crack? Chronic inflammation. Elevated insulin levels from sugar and processed food, long-term stress that raises cortisol and blood pressure. These are the true enemies, the invisible threats that damage your arteries from the inside out. They don't show up in a standard cholesterol test. They don't get fixed by a pill alone. A patient once said, I was told to manage cholesterol, but no one warned me about inflammation. I feel betrayed by numbers. That's the fear. Not knowing what's really going on inside your body. Being told what to do, but never why. Following the rules and still getting sick. This video isn't here to scare you. It's here to open your eyes. Because heart attacks don't happen just from high numbers. They happen when we stop asking deeper questions. If you're over 60, live alone, and have ever felt tired, short of breath, or snored in your sleep, please don't dismiss it as just getting older. Because thousands of people have died in just 3 minutes. No scream, no warning, no one around to help. I once cared for a man named Robert, 68 years old. He collapsed in the bathroom. No bleeding, no chest pain, no obvious signs. Just a heart that no longer had blood to pump. He lived alone. That image haunts me to this day, because it was preventable. All he needed were 3 simple actions, habits that could have kept his arteries flowing, his heart beating, and his life moving forward. 1. Start every morning with a warm glass of water. After a night of sleep, your blood becomes thicker. Your blood pressure spikes. If there's hidden plaque in your arteries, even a small pressure change can rupture it, leading to a deadly clot. Just 1 glass of warm water thins the blood, improves circulation, and lowers your risk of stroke or heart attack. This isn't a wellness tip. It's a survival tactic. If you're over 60, live alone, and have ever felt tired, short of breath, or snored in your sleep, please don't dismiss it as just getting older. Because thousands of people have died in just 3 minutes. No scream, no warning, no one around to help. I once cared for a man named Robert, 68 years old. He collapsed in the bathroom. No bleeding, no chest pain, no obvious signs. Just a heart that no longer had blood to pump. He lived alone. That image haunts me to this day, because it was preventable. All he needed were 3 simple actions, habits that could have kept his arteries flowing, his heart beating, and his life moving forward. Number 1. Start every morning with a warm glass of water. After a night of sleep, your blood becomes thicker. Your blood pressure spikes. If there's hidden plaque in your arteries, even a small pressure change can rupture it, leading to a deadly clot. Just 1 glass of warm water thins the blood, improves circulation, and lowers your risk of stroke or heart attack. This isn't a wellness tip. It's a survival tactic. I walked into the emergency room. A 65-year-old man had just been brought in. He had stopped breathing 20 minutes earlier. No accident, no bleeding. Just one simple, devastating truth. His heart had stopped. His son collapsed on the floor, screaming through tears. If only I had come home a little earlier. If only Dad didn't live alone. If only we had known his artery was 90% blocked. But it was too late. No one realized his father was walking every morning. No one knew he was watching his diet, avoiding salt and sugar. No one imagined that just the night before, he had felt slightly tired, his breathing a bit heavier than usual, but said nothing. He didn't want to bother anyone. According to Mayo Clinic, up to 80% of heart attacks strike without a clear warning sign. That silent nature is what kills millions of seniors right in the comfort of their own homes. I don't tell this story to scare you. I tell it because someone, somewhere, needs to hear it. Because the truth is, no one knows what will happen tonight. No one can promise your heart will keep beating tomorrow morning. And if you're still thinking, I'm fine, it won't happen to me, you're gambling with your life. You don't need to change the world, but you can stop the next heart attack with small choices starting today. Please don't wait until your loved ones are standing over your picture whispering, if only. And don't let your own life end in regret when it's too late to turn back. You walk into the room. Your father is lying motionless on the floor. The TV is still on, his glass of water untouched. but his heart has already stopped beating. You panic, call emergency services, call his name, but it's too late. You look around and suddenly you notice the signs you once ignored. Heavy breathing, constant fatigue, loud snoring, low energy. We thought they were just signs of aging until they took away someone we loved. I'm a cardiologist. I've witnessed that moment hundreds of times. And every time I hear the same heartbreaking words. If only I had known sooner. But you, watching this video, still have a chance to know before it's too late. Don't wait until loss knocks on your door. Don't wait until you're left with unanswered questions. You don't need to be a doctor. You just need to share this video with someone you love before it's too late. Share it with your father, who may be silently suffering, never complaining. Share it with your mother, who always says, "I'm fine," while her arteries may be silently closing. Share it with yourself if you've ever felt tired, heavy-chested, or unable to sleep for no clear reason. Do it today. Not for praise, not for gratitude, but for a heartbeat still going, a life still alive, a heart that can still be saved. Send this video right now. Don't wait another week, because the heart never makes a sound until it's too late. And if you found this video helpful, please subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss another important message on heart health, from early warning signs to silent symptoms to simple things you can do at home to stay safe. We're here to stand with you, to guide you, and to protect the ones you love.